Rory reignites beef with Consequence. Hey! On the latest Patreon episode where they interviewed Little Brother, Rory had some words for Consequence.
That Cons was coming with him.
Yeah.
And so, and shout out to Cons too. I mean, we had a great time.
No, we had a
Cons was
fucking phenomenal time.
Not really a friend of the show over here, but it's fine.
No.
Little Brother was telling a story of recording with when they met Kanye West and they recorded with him, and he ended up bringing Consequence to the studio, and they ended up cutting a song together. And at one point in the conversation, Little Brother said shout out to Consequence, and Rory obviously, chimes in and alludes that things are not so good between them, and he decided to tell the story, or retell the story of what happened. And even Maul thought everything was squashed, and he was just trying to keep everything peaceful. But it seems like Rory, just for whatever reason, felt like he needed to throw a shot at Consequence. And of course, this is just Rory being Rory, with his little, always with his passes of, always trying to joke around the situation. But you could tell that something isn't sitting right with him, and he felt the need to say it.
Okay. Everything is squashed. Everything
I didn't know.
Who said it was squashed?
I didn't know there was a thing.
Doesn't it take two people to squash it?
I mean, not really, but you don't really have an issue with Cons though. That wasn't a real issue.
No, not a real issue, but I think a conversation needs to be had.
I found it kind of interesting to see how he was posturing while he was telling this story. He really had a chip on his shoulder. He really did, he had a little bit of a battery in his back because he was in the presence of people that he self-admitted, he loves Little Brother, that, he is one of their biggest fans. So being that they were there, I feel like Rory just kind of, where he normally would have tucked his tail a little bit, or, probably still would have said what he said, but in a less, I would say, in a less gangster manner, because Rory really was just trying to be on some manly shit. Oh, I need to have a conversation. What the fuck does a conversation even mean? I hate when people say, oh, we need to have a conversation. No.
Okay, then.
Because you can't just go on No Jumper and completely lie.
Okay.
Yeah, I get it.
Wow, I didn't know.
I understand that.
Pod Wars.
Yeah, no.
No, this is Queens Wars.
It's Queens Wars.
It's Queens Wars.
We had a back and forth at a Donda show.
Wow. Okay.
Which we squashed. And then I told the story that on this pod where I actually lied to favor him and make him look tougher, like just on some fun shit.
Mm-hmm.
Then he went on No Jumper and took that and just ran with it. And I was thrown out of the arena, all this other shit. I'm like, what the fuck is he talking about?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I thought we was cool, but he went on, I don't know. I think Cons is a little off, so.
But I thought it was funny. Rory doesn't normally act like that, and I just, felt like I needed to shine some light on that. For whatever reason, he did reignite this little tension between Consequence and himself. So if we see in a month or 2 or 3 headlines of, Consequence snuffs Rory, we'll see what happens, then I'll make a video about it then. But for now, I'm just talking about nothing. Let me know in the comments if you think Consequence is going to snuff Rory. Peace. Hey!